I didn't realise this until I knew you were both on the show together. Together, these two very talented people have had 9 #1 singles. Okay? But in Frank's case, it was 4 times for the same song. 4 times at #1 with one song.
Do you know I had a parcel come from the Guinness Book of Records, and it was 2 frame certificates. One said the first song ever to go to #1 4 times. Wow. And the other one said the biggest drop from #1 in the history of the top. And it dropped an ironic 96 places in a week.
Wow.
And I thought, I've got showbiz in a parcel.
Yeah.
Here, the ups and the downs.
Because, of course, that's 3 lines, of course, which you must know the song 3 lines.
3 lines on the shirt. Is that it?
I mean, it's not bad.
Why didn't we get you instead of David?
Well, here's the exciting thing as well is, Perrie, last time you were on the show, you were here, of course, with Little Mix. Mm-hmm. You were here with Leanne and Jade.
Yes.
And you've been on the past as well when there were 4 of you. You did an amazing number over there.
Yes.
And now you've gone solo. Is it weird coming out on your own? Is it strange doing things without the rest of the band around you?
Did you see me clinging on Frank for dear life on the way out? It's really bizarre. It is weird, like, not having them with me.
Yeah.
It does feel really different.
But do you like it? Is it freeing in any way? Is it you know, negative in some ways, but is it positive as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was just the right time for us to part ways, do our own thing. And I just want them to win, so it is nice seeing them do their own thing as well.
And so officially, though, you are now a solo artist.
Yes.
And that must have been quite, I would have thought, it's quite a big jump to make, isn't it? Were you nervous about it?
Yes, terrified. It's so different, and it's not what I'm used to. So from being 16, I was in Little Mix, so I don't know any different. So, yeah, it's quite daunting, but I'm having such a good time so far.
So your first single is out now. It's just about to
Yes,
come out right
it's
now.
out.
Called Forget About Us, is that right?
Yes, Forget About Us, it's out now.
And tell me, who wrote this song?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, did you reach out to Ed? Did he reach out to you? How did that come about?
So he sent the song, and I just loved it straight away. And I think I listened to it like once, and then I was singing it again and again and again, thinking, what is that song that I keep singing? And it was that one.
It's exciting news in your personal life, and I hope you don't mind going there, but you've become engaged, haven't you?
Yes.
Perrie's engaged. Lovely. Okay. And so, Alex Oxlade Chamberlain is the young man, and he's a footballer, isn't he? Professional footballer. Are you familiar with him?
I am. He was quite an important figure in our house during the 2018 World Cup because he was the one Panini sticker that my son couldn't get for England. And then he missed the World Cup through injury, and I think we had a sort of an omen of that happening.
Wow, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it was a sticker-led absence.
Wow. So it's all your fault, then?
No, not our fault. Blame Panini.
Did you ever get the sticker?
No. You haven't got one, have you?
You think Alex might have his own sticker?
Alex has got to have some.
Alex has got to have.
Maybe he kept them all, that's why we
Yeah.
couldn't get one. Yeah. But I was just saying, Alex plays in Turkey now, so that...
So he's away in Turkey, and how long is he going to be playing? Because he was with Liverpool, wasn't he?
Yes.
And so he's signed now to one of the big Turkish teams.
Besiktas, yes.
But I didn't want to say that because I thought I might mispronounce it.
Oh,
Do you speak any Turkish, by the way? Have you learned any Turkish?
I can say teşekkürler. That's thank you.
Thank you.
That's about it.
Okay. So presumably you're not spending a lot of time in Turkey.
No.
That must be... Is it tricky keeping the relationship going? And obviously you're committed to each other, but still it's difficult, I'd have thought.
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie, it is hard. I think when he was playing for Liverpool and he was based in Manchester, it was so easy to do the back and forth.
Yeah.
But Turkey is a little bit further.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get a lot of time off. And I'm trying to launch a solo career whilst having a 2-year-old. So it is a lot to juggle, but we make it work for the ones we love, don't we? So.
And I'm sure when you get together, it's probably amazing.
Yes, and we've never lived together anyway. So the whole 8 years we've been in a relationship, we've never actually lived together.
So in actual fact, when he comes back, that's when the challenge starts.
Yes, yes. Other than lockdown, we've never been together for that long.
But that's a kind of... You've done it then, really, because lockdown was a very intense version
It was intense, and I did enjoy his company, so I was happy about that.
Well, that's... Well, I mean, I would have hoped so.
Yeah, because I was a bit worried.
Yeah. So now there's a song, though, on the album about your relationship, isn't there? Is it Two is one of the tracks on the album?
Yes, one of the songs.
Okay.
I wrote it with Ray.
Wow, with Ray?
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
I know, it was such a good day. And we were just sat chilling, and to be fair, like, just full disclosure, my partner and I, we don't argue a lot. Like, we're very laid back, we're very chill.
Well, how long have you been together?
8 years.
8 years? Well, that's pretty good. I thought you were going to
8
say...
years.
So 8 years, that's pretty good if you're
Yeah.
not... But then you're not actually together, are you? That's why you're not arguing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, but...
We wouldn't argue if I lived in Turkey.
We don't, like, we argue, we don't argue, but at the same time, like, I can be a little bit of a petty bitch, and I can't help it. I don't know if it's my star sign, I don't know if it's because I'm,
What
like...
star sign is that would be a petty bitch?
Cancer.
Cancer.
So I'm very stubborn.
Crabby.
Like, I'm
Crab-like.
crabby.
I thought Cancer were meant to
Yeah.
be emotional and open.
Oh, I'm very emotional.
Oh, OK.
But not in the best way.
OK.
But
And
yeah...
you don't argue, you say?
Not really, no, but I will hold a grudge for anything that he might say.
What sort of things would you hold a grudge over?
I don't know, I'll just, like, take it and really just take it for ages, long it out.
But small things.
No. I'd rather have an
Yeah.
argument any time
I know,
than
I
that.
don't like arguing,
I
though,
used to play
hate
that
it.
game with my partner, that Guess Why I'm Upset game.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do,
We've
yeah.
played it for 2 or 3 days. It's like a test match. Yeah, it just goes on and on.
I just can't help the way I am. I'm just like that. But we just started writing a song about it, and I just thought the lyrics were super relatable.
And why should you have to change? He loves you for who you are.
Exactly. And if you just said sorry, everything would be fine.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Have you ever considered having a yellow card? Just as a warning.
Just holding it.
I've just heard he's signed to Turkey for another 5 years.
Yeah,
No, but he'd love the yellow card. My partner said
That
to me,
would
we
be
had an argument once, and she said, I've noticed you don't even watch me when I get undressed anymore.
Oh.
And so that night, I had this big pair of, like, horse racing binoculars that I kept under the duvet. And I waited for ages. I thought, I'm just gonna wait. And she turned around, and there I was.
But Frank, you see, that isn't what... You know that isn't what she wanted.
No, but that's what she loves me for, ultimately.
Yeah.
Pranking. That's what she loves.
For the bants. OK, what about your son? You've got a little 2-year-old.
Yes.
Axel is his name, I believe.
Yeah, Axel.
And does he like listening to you sing? Does he like the album? Does he like what you do?
He loves it. I know, he's so cute. Like, I look at him and I'm like, I made that. Like, I made him. Not all by myself, obviously, I had a bit of help, but, like, he's honestly...
I think Alex gets the assist.
Yeah, just... Don't you think he's exactly like him?
He does...
Even I got that, Frank. I don't know football. Perrie, so you are a big fan of this, but so they maybe haven't asked you. If they were to ask you, because that would be... People would love to see you on it, I'm sure. Would you consider doing it?
I think I'd be really scared. You know, in the band, at the very beginning, we went to, like, rehearsals, and I was like, I'm so excited to go to rehearsals, see what it's all about. And they were like, right, here are your dancers, and this is your choreography. And I remember just crying my eyes out and being like, what? And then I went to my manager and I was like, I'm going to have to leave the band. And they were like, why? And I was like, because I can't really dance. Like, I don't want to dance. And they're like, well, you kind of have to, because, like, it's the girl band, it's the dance, and it's the choreo. It's, like, what makes the whole thing.
It's part of the appeal.
But I was just so terrified and so uncomfortable dancing that I just didn't want to do it, because I just wanted to stand and sing. Do you know?
I get
And
what
it was
you're
so
saying.
hard to dance and sing at the same time as well.
But you
which took a lot of
mastered it. I mean,
practice.
I've seen you perform, and you're amazing.
I
You're
think
an
it's a
amazing dancer.
confidence thing, though. When you don't
is.
feel confident in
Yeah.
your own body, it doesn't move right. So it just
But
took
you
a lot
say
of
that
practice.
after all these years, what has happened?
Well, now I love it.
Absolutely.
Now I absolutely love dancing. So
So when-
You'd be great on Strictly.
I actually would love it.
Well, would you do it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I would.
Oh, the BBC.
if
Oh,
I
that's a big
did-
one.
If I did it, you know when you get the old guy
Yeah.
who does it, you know what it would be? They'd have me dressed as a giant grouse dancing to Shotgun by George Ezra.
I was told by someone, I don't know if it's true, that your favourite TV show, Perrie, is actually... is it not Embarrassing Bodies? It's Naked Attraction.
Yeah.
Jojo, have you ever seen Naked Attraction? You have?
Once.
Once was enough
didn't
for me
like
as
it.
well.
I just find it fascinating. I don't know. It's like you shouldn't be watching it, but you can't help but watch it. Do you
Yeah.
know one of them?
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, this is really uncomfortable, but I want to see more, like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so bizarre.
And you watch it alone, or you watch it with the girls from the band, or who do you watch it with?
When we lived in Manchester, our TVs were, like, connected in every room. So, like, whatever Skybox you were on or whatever TV channel you were on, it was linked.
That's risky.
Yep. And I went to bed and it was on, and it's always on really late, isn't it, when there's,
It
like, not
is.
much on. So I'm scrolling through and I was like, oh, a bit of Naked Attraction, come on then.
Yeah.
Bit bad. So I'm watching it, just minding my own business, thinking, tee. And then I just get, like, the door just bursts open and it's my mother-in-law. And bearing in mind, she's quite like a well-to-do lady. She's very like respectful, bit of a prude. And she went, "What on earth is on my TV?" And I was like, you can sit. And she was like...
So it was playing in her room as well?
It was playing in her room, so she was watching like a nice movie before bed, and I went and I'm like, "Oh yeah, and then she just ran in like mortified, thinking I put it on by accident. And I was like, how on earth is that come on? Oh, no. How did anyone put that on? I was so embarrassed.
And you do see some sights on that show,
Oh,
don't you?
it's the question she asks though as well.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
I saw one and the guy was talking about the women's private part.
Yep.
And they said, "What do you think?" And he said, "It's not very welcoming, is it?" I thought...
It's so good.
I know. I thought, what do you want a porch like?
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I can't.